Welcome to a fascinating journey through the world of banned video games. In this exciting video, we'll explore how different countries around the world have approached the regulation and censorship of video games throughout history. There are games that, at the time, have generated so many problems that they have had to be withdrawn from the market in different nations. Whether because of their contents, symbols that threaten the culture of the place, or for any other compelling reason, the authorities ruled that seeing them on the shelves would be illegal and that, therefore, they would proceed to fine those who were able to distribute them. Bully. Playing bully in a school is an idea that the government of Brazil did not like too much, specifically that of Rio Grande do Sul, the southernmost state of the country. The Public Prosecutor's Office of the state of Rio Grande do Sul prohibited the sale of the rack set throughout Brazil, thus ruling in favor of the position of the Inspectorate of Children and Youth. For the government team, the context and mechanics of Rockstar's game are quite harmful to teenagers, so it was decided to withdraw it from sale with fines to all those stores that kept it on their shelves, or even to those who owned the game. The character video game has been the target of all kinds of criticism and attacks from conservative organizations, due to its violent nature. The Chinese government has a very strong regulation on video games that are put on sale in their country. Other examples of video games banned in China are Battlefield 4 for affecting its international image, or Football Manager 2005 for showing Taiwan and Tibet as independent areas. Devotion is another game banned for attacking China's image and using the meme that President Xi Jinping looks like Winnie the Pooh, which is punishable in China. The game was removed from Steam months ago and has yet to be legally available again. Manhunt 2. This case is not surprising. If the first Manhunt brought problems, its sequel, Manhunt 2, it was already a whole accumulation of these. This installment maximized the explicit violence completely and tried to recreate it with a greater degree of detail. In the United Kingdom, for example, they didn't even rate it for its content, so Rockstar had to add certain filters to smooth it out. On the other hand, in Ireland, Saudi Arabia, Germany, South Korea, and Kuwait were totally banned, even the light version. They assure that the title only seeks gratuitous extreme violence, since the only incentive for the player is to cause increasingly terrible visceral deaths regardless of any other objective. They warn that the violence is not softened in any way, which poses a serious risk, not only for children but also for the elderly. The agency has also pointed out that the usual thing in these cases is to make certain cuts and censorships in the video game that allow its commercialization, but with Manhunt 2, they believe that not even those tweaks would serve to mitigate the violence that the game gives off. Caster revenge. The controversy over sexual content in video games is something that goes back a long way. In 1982, Mystic released Casterly Benny on the Atari 2600. The studio's idea was to create a game in which players had to control General Caster, a character whose sole purpose was to maintain relations with a Native American. The uproar was such that numerous cities began legal proceedings to withdraw it from sale. Only Oklahoma succeeded. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. This game started as a modification of the Arma 2. It popularized the battle royale genre, and thanks to this we have Fortnite. It's a very addictive formula, coupled with a very realistic visual aspect for what the game engine allows. This is why both India and Nepal have started banning gambling. Authorities fear that the game is so addictive that it causes serious health problems for its players, coupled with its violence that could lead to violent attacks according to authorities. The video game is based on the story of Masaya Kimura, an overly intense young man who stalks the Kiryu family, specifically a mother and her 2 daughters. The player can choose from a variety of explicit positions and controls the action using the movements of the mouse and its wheel. The game has a realistic simulator, which allows the player, at first, to carry out certain actions with the characters on a crowded train in true Chicano style. It was developed in 2006 by the Nippon Illusion Studio. Of course, it didn't take long for him to be in the eye of the hurricane. Due to its totally misplaced gambling premises, its sale is prohibited in countries such as Indonesia, New Zealand, or even Argentina. In other countries, however, its physical purchase is illegal, but digital purchase is not. In short, video games banned in different countries show us how culture, values, and regulations can influence the world of digital entertainment. As the video game industry continues to evolve, the conversation about censorship and regulation also runs its course. We should allow unfettered creative expression, or we should protect certain groups from potentially negative influences. These are issues that will continue to be discussed in the future. We appreciate that you have accompanied this tour of the restrictions and prohibitions in the world of video games. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your comments on this fascinating topic.